My girlfriend is the queen of the music scene. She just won her second Golden Melody Award. She once told me that when she finally made it big, she would reveal our relationship immediately. But what I never expected was that after all that waiting, what I got instead was a trending headline about her returning to a hotel late at night with another man. I forced down my anger and rushed to her fan meeting, wanting to confront her face to face and get a clear answer. But to my shock, she not only pretended she didn't know me, she even called security to have me thrown out. And so the next day, I was the one trending. The headline read, "Song Queen Willow Harassed by Deranged Obsessive Fan." Chapter 1. My girlfriend is the queen of the music scene. She just won her second Golden Melody Award. But right now, staring at my phone screen, I can feel the blood rushing to my head in waves. That photo on the screen has already been reposted tens of thousands of times. The headline looks perfectly crafted, breaking rising music queen. Willow returns to a hotel late at night with top idol Makoto. Suspected romance exposed. The picture is a little blurry, but you can clearly recognize Willow. She's wearing the coat I gave her when I took her to the airport. The man beside her is Makoto, the pretty boy actor who blew up from a historical drama. They walked into an imposing set of doors, one after the other. The paparazzi caption says it's one of the most expensive hotels in the city. Damn. My fingers tremble as I open my contacts and find the name I set on speed dial. Princess Wee Wee. She changed that name herself years ago while holding my phone. I never changed it back. The phone rings for a long time. Then it switches to a busy tone. No answer. I call again. Still no answer. The third time it goes straight to, "The user you have dialed is powered off." Powered off, Willow never turns off her phone. She's afraid of missing any work call. Afraid her parents might need her and can't reach her. Afraid I won't be able to reach her. That's what she told me herself. And now she's turned it off. My mind is a complete mess. Is that photo real or photoshopped? If it's real, why was she there? Work. What kind of work requires meeting? At a hotel in the middle of the night yesterday when we were on the phone, she told me she was pulling an all-nighter in the recording studio exhausted and that she missed me. Did the recording studio move to a hotel? I can't sit still. I pace around the apartment. We rented this place together. It's small, but she said anywhere with me feels warm. Right now it feels like an ice cellar. Her things are everywhere. The cartoon throw pillow she likes on the couch. Half a bag of snacks on the coffee table. A row of high heels she lined up neatly in the corner. No, I need answers. I have to hear it from her mouth. I check her schedule. I have a copy saved on my phone. This afternoon she has a small fan meet and greet in the city. Fine, I'll wait for her there. I'll ask her face to face. I grab a jacket and head out, driving way too fast, almost running red lights several times. When I arrive at the mall hosting the event, it's already packed. A sea of young girls holding Willow's glowing name signs, chattering excitedly, faces lit up with anticipation. I look at them and feel something heavy clogging my chest. The Willow they see is a dazzling superstar on stage. The Willow I know is the girl who curls up on the couch in pajamas, hair messy, begging me to cook for her. I squeeze into the crowd. It smells awful, perfume mixed with sweat. Someone shoves me. I shove back impatiently. Security up front shouts loudly, telling everyone to line up. I'm fairly tall, but with this many people, I still have to stand on my toes. Even then, I can only see a corner of the temporary stage in the distance. Two girls beside me are chatting, their sharp voices drilling into my ears. Hey, did you see the trending topic about Willow and Makoto? It's definitely fake, just publicity hype. Her new drama is probably about to air. But the photo looks pretty clear. Oh, come on, the studio hasn't responded. That means it's fake. There's no way our Willow would go for that kind of pretty boy. Publicity hype. Yeah. For the past 5 years, that's the word I've heard the most. At the beginning, she collaborated with a male singer, and rumors started spreading. She came home, clung to my arm, and swayed it, saying, "Hubby, don't believe that stuff." The company arranged it. It's for publicity. Later, she was photographed having dinner with a male actor from the same production. She said the paparazzi just made it up. We're just normal friends discussing the script. Every time I believed her. I said, it's fine. I understand. Just wait until you're firmly established. Firmly established, she's stable enough now, isn't she? She's already won multiple trophies. How much more stable does she need to be? I lower my head and look at my wrist. There's a braided bracelet on it, old, the color faded. She made it for me with leftover yarn when she first joined that idol survival show. She made a matching one for herself. She said, "Hubby, look, it's a couple's bracelet. When I become famous, we'll wear them every day and show off our love. when she said that her eyes sparkled like they were filled with stars. Now those damn stars might have fallen straight into a hotel room. Chapter 2. The line inches forward little by little. I don't know how long it takes, but eventually I'm almost there. Now I can clearly see the person on the stage. She's sitting there in a glittering dress, heavy makeup on her face. Beautiful, undeniably beautiful. But she feels so far away from me. She smiles at the fans in front of her. A perfectly rehearsed smile showing exactly 8 teeth. It looks especially fake to me. She never used to smile at me like that. When she smiled at me, she would squint, her eyes laugh without caring how she looked, sometimes even laugh so hard a little snot bubble came out. 3 people ahead of me, 2, 1, finally it's my turn. I walk up to the stage. A table separates us. I stand right in front of her. She can see me clearly. The instant she lifts her eyes and meets mine, her smile freezes. Just for a split second. And something flashes through her eyes, panic. No doubt about it, panic. It lasts less than half a second before she pastes that professional smile back onto her face. But I saw it. My heart keeps sinking. All the way down. She looks at me. Her voice is sweet, but there's an obvious distance in it, deliberate and cold. Hello there. Are you here for an autograph? The words pierce my ears like needles. A fan and autograph, I'm your damn boyfriend. 5 years. 5 years together. And now you're asking me if I'm here for an autograph. I say nothing. I just stare at her. I want to see something else in her eyes. Even a trace of guilt, even the slightest hint of explanation. There's nothing. She avoids my gaze and lowers her head, picking up her pen. She grabs one of her promotional photos from the side and begins signing it. Her hand seems a little unsteady. As she signs, she keeps talking nonstop, as if she's afraid I might say something out loud. It's so hot today, thank you for waiting in line. Thank you for supporting me. Have you listened to the new song, Do You Like It? Make sure you come to the next concert too. She's speaking a little too fast. A little flustered. Whenever she used to feel guilty or nervous, she talked more than usual. I know her too well, and the more she does this, the colder my heart becomes. What is she afraid of, afraid? I'll expose her right here in front of everyone. Afraid I'll ruin her star image. In her eyes, am I just an outsider now? Even a threat, my head buzzes. A memory from years ago flashes in my mind. Back then, she wasn't famous yet. We were crammed into a basement less than 10 square meters. Drafty in winter. Suffocating in summer. She leaned against my shoulder, holding her guitar, and said, "Hubby, when I become famous, I'll announce you immediately. I won't do those messy publicity scandals with other people. So pointless. I'll let everyone know I have a husband. My husband is you. The best George in the world." The way she said that, she was so serious. So sincere. Later, she slowly became famous, busier. We saw each other less. I brought up going public a few times. She would wrap her arms around my neck and act cute. Just wait a little longer, hubby. It's a critical period right now. The company won't allow it. Once I'm more stable, okay, just wait a bit more. That bit more turned into 3 years. And what did I get? A trending headline of her returning to a hotel late at night with another man. A phone that was powered off. And now this. Are you here for an autograph? 3 years? I waited like an idiot for 3 years. My heart finally goes completely cold, like someone poured a bucket of ice water over it, extinguishing the last trace of warmth. She finishes signing and hands the photo to me, that same professional fake smile on her face. Here you go. Thank you for your support. I look at the glossy card with her beautiful face printed on it. Then I look at her. I reach out and take the photo. Then with both hands, I grip the edges and slowly, little by little, tear it in half. The torn edge exposes white, jagged fibers. I don't stop. I stack the 2 halves together and tear them again. And again, until it becomes a handful of scraps too small to hold. The paper fragments fall from my hands and scatter across the floor. For a split second, everything goes silent. Then comes a collective gasp, whispers. Willow's face turns pale instantly. Her eyes widen, staring at me in disbelief. I still say nothing. I glance at her wrist. Smooth, fair, empty. The matching braided bracelet she once wore with me. Long gone. I turn around without looking at her again. I push past the curious onlookers behind me and squeeze through the crowd toward the exit. Behind me, I hear the sudden scrape of her chair as she stands up, and her manager's low, urgent whisper, "Willow, what are you doing? Sit down. Think about the impact." I hear it all. But I don't stop walking. I keep going forward, leaving behind the noise, the lights, and her. Outside, the sunlight is blinding. I squint, feeling a little dizzy. 5 years. 5 years of love. Turns out it can shatter just as easily as a sheet of paper. Chapter 3. I went back to the small apartment we shared. When I pushed the door open, the place was pitch dark and frighteningly quiet. I didn't turn on the lights. I walked straight to the couch and threw myself down onto it. The leather felt cold and stiff against my back. My mind was empty. The only thing left replaying was Willow's face at the fan meeting, and that sentence, "Are you here for an autograph? I don't know how long I lay there." Maybe a few minutes, maybe an hour. Suddenly I stood up and flipped on the living room lights. The harsh white glare stabbed my eyes. I had to do something. I couldn't just sit there. I rushed into the bedroom and yanked open the wardrobe. There were only a few pieces of clothing that were mine, some t-shirts and jeans. The rest, dresses, coats, handbags, all belonged to Willow. I used to think the closet felt nice and full like a home filled with warmth. Now it just made my chest feel tight. I dragged out the biggest suitcase we had and laid it open on the floor. Then I stood in front of the wardrobe and without even looking carefully started pulling down Willow's clothes, hangers and all, in one sweeping motion. Dresses hit the floor. Sweaters piled into a heap. Hangers clattered against each other, the sharp noise echoing in the silent apartment. One hanger snagged a silk blouse. Reap! A tear split down the fabric. I didn't even pause. Who cares anymore? In no time her half of the closet was empty. I looked at the colorful pile of clothes on the floor. It looked like a mound of trash. I began stuffing everything into the suitcase, cramming it in without care. I had to use my foot to stomp it down just to close the lid. The zipper got stuck halfway. I pulled with all my strength before it finally slid shut. Then I looked around the room. On the nightstand sat a photo frame. It was from her birthday last year and we went to the beach. In the picture, she had jumped onto my back. I was turning my head to smile at her. Both our faces were dotted with seawater, grinning like idiots. I walked over and picked up the frame. My fingers brushed over her smiling face beneath the glass. Then I flipped it over, popped open the clips on the back, and slid the photo out. On the back of the photo, she had written a line in pen, "George and Willow forever together. Forever to hell with forever." I went to the desk, pulled open the drawer. It was full of random junk. After rummaging for a bit, I found a pair of scissors. Just ordinary office scissors. I carried the photo and the scissors back to the living room and sat down on the cold floor. I laid the photo flat in front of me. Looking at the two of us pressed close together in that image made my chest tighten. I picked up the scissors. The cold metal pressed against my fingers. I found the invisible line between our bodies and placed the tip of the blades there. Then I squeezed the handles shut. Snip. The sound was crisp. The photo split cleanly down the middle. I stared at her half, her bright, dazzling smile, for a few seconds. Then I flicked my arm and tossed it into the trash can beside me. There was still a leftover instant noodle container from yesterday inside. The broth splashed and stained her face in the picture. All I had left in my hand was my half. In the photo, I was grinning like a complete fool. I placed it on the floor. Then I went searching for more. In drawers, in boxes, between the gaps on the bookshelf. I turned the entire place upside down, hunting down every photo of us. Travel pictures, dinner snapshots, silly moments at home. Even the distorted, over-filtered selfies she took when she first learned how to use a beauty camera app. 1, 2, 10, 20. I hadn't realized there were this many. They were spread across the floor like a silent film replaying 5 years of my life as if I were some pathetic idiot. Without saying a word, I picked up the scissors and got to work. Snip, snip, snip. The sound echoed rhythmically through the quiet apartment. Each photo was cut precisely along that invisible line between our bodies. Her half, all of it, went into the trash. My half slowly piled up beside me. The last photo was the most recent one. Last month, she finally had a rare day off. We made hot pot at home, sweating from the steam. She took a selfie. In the picture, she was holding a slice of beef, trying to shove it into my mouth. I was frowning, trying to dodge it. It looked warm, cozy, happy. I stared at it. My hand trembled slightly. Not from hesitation. From anger. Anger at her. And even more anger at myself. Chapter 4, I take a deep breath. The blades of the scissors line up with our heads pressed together in the photo. I cut down hard. There. Everything separated. I look at the pile of her smiling faces in the trash can, then at the stack of my own stupid grins beside me. Then I stand up and walk to the balcony. In the corner sits an old rusty metal basin we once used for flowers. The flowers died a long time ago. I drag the basin to the center of the balcony. I bring over the stack of photos I kept and toss them into it. More than half a basin full of paper scraps. All of them half of me. I pat down my pockets and find a lighter. I crouch down, pull out one photo, and flick the lighter on. The flame leaps up, licking at the glossy edge. It blackens, curls, and then catches. I toss the burning photo into the basin. The fire touches the others and whooshes outward. My smiling face. My happiness. The moments I thought would last forever. They crackle in the flames, then disappear. The smoke stings a little, but I don't move. I just squat there and watch until the last spark dies out. At the bottom of the basin, all that remains is a pile of black and gray ash. I stand up. My legs are a little numb. Back inside, I pick up my phone. The screen is dark. No notifications. She hasn't called. She hasn't texted. Maybe she's still at the meet and greet putting on a smile for her fans. Or maybe she's already discussing with her manager how to handle me, the so-called deranged obsessive fan. I unlock my phone and open WeChat. Her chat is still pinned at the top. The name saved is Willow. The last message is from me yesterday afternoon, asking what she wanted for dinner. She never replied. Maybe she was already busy recording songs at that time. I tap her profile picture and enter the chat details. My finger scrolls slowly down the screen until it stops on the red option, Delete Contact. The app asks, "Are you sure you want to delete Contact Willow? This will also delete your chat history." I stare at the line for a few seconds, then I press Confirm. The chat disappears. One less name in the list. But I'm not done. I open my contacts and find her number. Delete, then TikTok. I unfollow her. Not that I've been on her special following list for a long time. My photo gallery. I open it and select every picture that has her in it. Select all. Delete. Then permanently delete from recently deleted. When I'm finished, I toss the phone onto the couch. It feels like I just finished a massive cleanup, clearing out garbage that had piled up for years. The apartment suddenly feels emptier, quieter. I go back to the living room and collapse onto the couch, closing my eyes. It's really quiet now. This time it's truly over. From the inside out, everything's been wiped clean. Where do I go next? What do I do? I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I'll just sleep. Maybe when I wake up tomorrow, I'll have an answer. But one thing I do know, I can't stay in this place any longer. Not in a place filled with her shadows.